All right, first off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of GMS, and shout out to the hopeful elect, the brothers out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth and righteousness and sincerity to the best of their ability. I'm going to jump right into it. I kind of want to talk about the signs of the times, or the end time, okay, which we are living in right now is evident. Okay, all the signs are throughout the whole world, okay? This is Matthew chapter 24. In verse 4, and this is our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai speaking to the holy disciples, okay? And it says, and Yahweh Shai, Salakia, you know what, I'm going to start at verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of the coming and of the end of the world? And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. So that's key, number one, all right? For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. All right? And that's going into these religions. Okay? These false religions. These false doctrines and ideologies. Okay? And it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And that's what's going on right now. Okay? Right now, there is a current war going on with Russia and Ukraine. Okay? Then you have rumors of wars with such countries like China and Taiwan. Okay, North Korea, all right, and United States, all right. There's many countries that's rumored to be going to war soon, all right, which will eventually give birth to the third war, which is World War III. And this is these nations' judgment for their wickedness and for what they've done unto the Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's chosen people, okay. It says, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So this is just the beginning of sorrows. It says, for nation shall rise up against nation. Okay, that's nationality against nationality. That's going into race wars. Okay. And kingdom against kingdom. That's countries against countries. And there shall be famines and pestilences. We're already in the midst of a great pestilence, all right? It's pestilence all throughout the earth. If you look at China, okay, there's a lot of people affected by pestilence right now. Let me see if I can find it. This is China, and this came out today, BBC News. China, Dovid. More than 88 million people in Henna infected, says official. 88 million people. Now, you tell me that's not a pestilence. That's a major pestilence in that country, which is tearing down their economy. Okay, it's actually taking people out of here. Okay, and it's depopulating. All right, but what was going on in China for this to happen? Okay, they always dealt with idol worship, the dragon. Okay, Buddha. All right. They eat abominable things, monkeys, rats, you name it, alligators. Okay, they constantly break the law of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and now is their time for judgment. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is right in judging them for their wickedness, just like how he's going to judge this place and all the nations for their wickedness. Okay, and it says, I'm going to read that again. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famines and pestilence. Okay, and earthquakes in diverse places, all right? So this earthquakes, if you type in earthquake activity, it's off the Richter scale, okay? And Google, it's off the scale, man. And Yahweh Shai said, all these are the beginning of sorrows, okay? This is just the beginning. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. Who? The righteous, all right? Eventually, they're going to come down with that great sword, okay? And come get the righteous. And shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. All right? And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall arise, and shall deceive many. Okay? That's going on now. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? There's hardly no love in the earth, man. Even amongst your own family, man. Okay, there's no love. The earth is cold and wicked, man. Okay, very, very cold and wicked. You can't trust anybody, you know. People are reluctant to give, to share. Okay, even some brothers in the truth, they tear each other down, man. Okay, so this earth is very, very cold, man. That's another sign. Okay, But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Right. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached into all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Now, how is the gospel preached throughout the whole world? Yahweh Shai was talking to the disciples back then. Back then, there was no a way of really going throughout the whole world and preaching the gospel. So how is this done? How was this task completed? Via the internet, man. Mainly YouTube. This was a major platform, man. Okay? Mainly YouTube, man. This truth has gone throughout the four corners of the earth. So now the earth is shaking, man, because the truth is in the earth. And Esau, the devil, our arch enemy, our brother, who was always at the helm of our destruction, is being exposed because of this truth. All right. And it's tearing down his power. His power was in deception and lies. Okay. And secrecy. Okay, but it's busted wide open now, so things are turning upside down. Okay, the fall is now is the time of the fall of the Gentile nations and the heathen because of the truth. Something as simple as the word going forth, man. All right, the word is likened unto a sword. It's able to cut asunder, and that's what it's doing. Is cutting these kingdoms down. Okay, exposing them, exposing their wickedness, man, and all their lies and deception. All right. So now it's time of Israel, the rising of Israel, according to the scriptures as it was written. Okay, we will once again rise again to power. All right. And this is the reason for the depopulation agenda. Okay, because the heathen want to hold on to power. And those at the top don't even care about their own people. Okay, you see a lot of these people have been deceived and they falling out, man. They done drunk the juice. They've passing out, man, left and right. They drunk the juice. Okay, these elite don't give a damn about the majority of the people. Okay, all their concern is holding on to power and becoming gods and trying to complete the task of becoming immortals. That's it, man. They don't care about nobody else, man. Nobody. All right. But we definitely in the end. This is second Esdras in the Apocrypha. I'm gonna start at I'll start at chapter 15, verse 1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." And that's what's happening now. "Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world." Here we go. The sword, okay? Esau's military is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai's sword on the left-hand side. And this is going into the juice as well. Okay, because the sword is just not physical, it's biological. Okay, it's weather warfare, his harp weapon, okay, which he can use the weather as a weapon. Okay, he has many weapons. All right. The sword, okay, famine, which we're on the precipice of. They're going to use famine as a weapon, man. Okay, in Russia, okay, Putin is using famine as a weapon against the Ukrainians. All right. And that's going to be done here as well. That's what Esau does. Okay. It's ultimately Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai who's putting it in his mind to do these things, though. Okay. The sword, famine, utter death, which people are just dropping right now. Okay. And destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. This whole earth have drunken the juice of Babylon. Therefore, it is drunk and is mad, and they are wicked. Okay, these nations are wicked, man. All right. So Yahweh is justified now more than ever in bringing forth judgment, just like in the days of Noah. Okay, before the flood, the earth was very extremely wicked, man. Okay, they was dealing in things that they wasn't supposed to be dealing with, man. Sodomites, right? We have that now. They were playing with DNA, splicing animals and all kinds of things. Back then, they had that kind of technology during Noah's time. Okay? It was doing all kinds of wicked things back then. All right. And their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Okay, and that's us. We complaining continually, man. Okay, day in and day night, getting on our father's nerves. Okay, like a kid constantly getting on your nerves. Okay, for to go outside and play. Constantly getting a can I please go out, please, 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 daddy, mommy, please, please, please. That's what we doing. Eventually they'll say, all right, go ahead. Only for come back in 30 minutes. That's all. Okay. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to answer us. He has answered us. Okay, because the nations are upside down right now. And it's only going to get worse and worse. All right. As they're going down, we're coming up. All right. And it says, and therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Okay, that's another code word for America, the place of bondage. Okay, we served hard bondage in ancient Egypt, but now we're in a new Egypt. And what's proof of that? When you look on the back of your dollar bill. Okay, you see the old pyramid of Egypt, of Giza. All right. That's a symbol of bondage, of them having the children of Israel in their grasp. All right. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. So what's going to happen to this place? Plagues. What happened in Egypt? Pestilence. Okay. People received boils on their skin. There was a plague of frogs, of flies. Okay. Of locusts. All right. A plague of darkness. All right, so the same thing that happened in ancient Egypt is going to happen again. It's nothing new under the sun. All right, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fall through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world, that means destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another. That's insurrections, okay? And swords in their hands. Oh, Brazil, there's a big insurrection and uprising right now, okay? They're storming the Capitol building because of election problems. Let me see if I can get that. Oh, yeah. This is, it says, Brazil currency weakened on Monday after supporters of right-wing former president Jair Bolsonaro stormed government buildings on Sunday in protest against his election loss. Brazil real slipped 6% to trade around $5 per dollar. The country's Sao Paulo benchmark stock index fell in early trade, but later, that's so sad. Yeah, so there's insurrections in Brazil and amongst the people there. And that's happening throughout the world. Look at Iran. There's a lot of insurrections in Iran right now, too, and protesting, okay? So there's insurrections among many people right now, okay? All right, and that happened in Babylon. What was it, 2 years ago? The people stormed the Capitol, okay? So we're in the midst of the end, man. Let me see if I can get the rest. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn. Okay, there's not going to be any jobs soon. That's what that's saying. For their seed shall fall through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Woe to the world and them that dwell in it. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princesses, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. And what blows my mind, the majority of the people in this world don't even know what time it is, man. They don't even know where we are in time, man, because all of these things are happening right now, okay? And it's only going to get worse, man. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right, so that means lockdowns are coming. All right. You won't be able to go from city to city or state to state freely. Okay, like you once were. It's going to be passport checks, documentation checks. Okay. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. Okay, people going to be running into people's houses with guns. Okay, looking for food, looking for finances, looking for anything they can, looking for women, okay, looking for children, whatever, because there's a lot of sick people out here, okay? But shall destroy their houses with a sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. Behold, said the Lord Yahweh, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me. Here we go, judgment, which are from the rising of the sun, the west, rising of the sun from the south, from the east, and Lebanon, to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done. You see that? So this gathering of the nations, this outbreak of war and depopulating of men, shoot, there was like 600 Ukrainians that died day before yesterday or something like that, man, in their current war. Yahweh is going to depopulate the earth, and he's taking away the power of the nation. That's what war does. War makes countries weak. All right, he's going to weaken these nations, man, and Yahweh Shai is going to come in and snatch their crowns and break them in pieces. The Lord is the architect of war, man. He's the God of war, man. He's playing chess right now, okay? And the elites are playing checkers. The scripture says he controls the deceived and the deceiver. All right, so he controls both sides of the spectrum, okay? How could you go against this great God, man? How could you go against Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, who created the world off of a word, man? How could you? How dare you even try to lift up a sword against Yahweh? All right? Yahweh is about to trodden them down, man. These heathen, these wicked, man. There's a lot of wicked of our people, too. You know what I mean? They're going to go with the heathen. All right? So we living in a serious time, man. Okay? It's bittersweet because at the same time destruction is coming, okay, the elect of the nation of Israel are going to be celebrating, man. We're going to be celebrating over the men that's left in the earth. I pray I'm one of them, okay? Because we know that we're going to have them as servants and handmaids, man. We're going to rule, all right? Rulership. That's what this thing is about, going into rulership. We will rule this world in righteousness, man. No sinning, okay? We in the end, man. I hope this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakak Wadash, Shalom, Akim.